What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here, and we have some breaking news. Joe Biden is out. Joe Biden has dropped out of the presidential race. I said it yesterday. We live in some interesting times. But the breaking news is Joe Biden is out of the race. He is no longer your Democratic candidate. And they said it was going to happen over the weekend. I wasn't necessarily holding my breath. I didn't know. I wasn't sure whether or not they were going to do it or not. But Joe Biden is no longer your Democratic nominee. Uh, we're in uncharted territory, folks. Only thing I can say is buckle up. Buckle up because things just got interesting. Just when you thought this election cycle could not get any crazier, and salute to electrician, Joe Biden drops out of the presidential race. Now, who the Democrats are going to pick, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. By the way, for those you just coming in, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the Cash App. Support the show. Hit the Super Chat. Support the show. Hit the Cash App. Buy our brother some lunch. Support the show. But yeah, Joe Biden is out of the race. Hard to believe. Thank you, HB. But we're in uncharted territory, folks. Um, I have I have no idea what the Democrats are going to do. This is uncharted territory. I have no idea what they're going to do, man. But I guess we're about to find out. No earthly idea what they're going to do, but just know that the knives are out, and it's yeah, man. I'm kind of speechless. I didn't think he was going to go through it, but I guess he did, and we're just gonna have to see how the Democrat takes it. Now, the candidate everybody keeps talking about is candidate everybody's talking about replacing Joe Biden is Kamala Harris. I don't think Kamala Harris has a good shot of beating Donald Trump, but we just have to see what happens, folks. I mean, this is unprecedented. Yeah, this is unprecedented. I should have put this up before I got started, but I'll put it up now, just in case y'all don't know where I stand. Warning: if you are a butthurt blue, if I'm sorry, if you're vote blue, no matter who, your butt is about to hurt. Nobody is going to kiss the Democrat Party's ass for you. If you don't like it, you can always go kick rocks. And the link's in the chat, so I don't know what the Democrats are going to do. Are they going to go with Kamala, or are they going to pick somebody else? I get if you look at it this, if I look at it this way, they're going to put vote blue no matter who to the test. I think vote blue no matter who's going to go is going to be put to the test, if you ask me. But you can't make this shit up. Joe Biden is out of the race, and who knows what they're gonna do. Let's have a little fun here. Let's oh, he hasn't. He is okay. He's stuff is still on the timer, but Joe Biden's out of the race, and oh, oh well, it looks like I'm sorry. It looks like they are. Looks like they are. It says Joe Biden drops out, and he's going to back Kamala Harris. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Let me hold on. Let me set something up so y'all can see from a news source, and no, I'm not pulling this out of my ass. Joe Biden has dropped out, and it is what it is. 1 second, let me put up a little symbol here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Fair use. Now, let's this is what I'm sharing is breaking points, and this is crystal ball and some other dude. But let's listen in.
Absolutely massive breaking news, which is that much anticipated or speculated about President Joe Biden is stepping back from being the Democratic nominee, withdrawing from the 2024 race. He will remain as president. He is not resigning that position. I'm going to pull up for you the letter that he posted, which I'm going to be 100 with you. I actually haven't read yet. So we're going to read it together right now in real time because I wanted to jump on and bring you the news as much as possible. And also, obviously, Ryan Grimm here with us to help us parse through what all of this means. So he says, "My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We have protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today, what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. Signed, Joe Biden. So, Ryan, few things that jump out at me right off the jump. First of all, the timing is wild. The RNC just concluded. Obviously, we are weeks away from the DNC. So, just an extraordinary moment in history. Second of all, he is withdrawing from the race, but remaining as president, not resigning from that position. That was a new push that Republicans in particular were starting to make, but others as well are saying, listen, if you're not fit to run for office, how are you fit to continue to serve in the presidency? Number three, while he expresses his gratitude to Kamala Harris, his, of course, vice president, he does not endorse her or any specific process
he doesn't endorse
to succeed him as Democratic nominee here, leaving an open question whether he will do any of that or just leave it open to what comes next. So what is your initial reaction here?
Yes, all of that. Thanking Kamala Harris for being a partner in the process but not endorsing her is huge. It opens up the next several days to be a period of intense jockeying. Biden, as has been reported basically everywhere, was at King Lear levels of resentment and anger over the last several days as he's been being pushed to leave. And Griffin, did you say something? Okay, there you go. Griffin says he just endorsed Kamala Harris. Breaking news from Griffin.
I didn't misread that. Okay.
That he did not endorse her in the letter, but waited until afterwards to endorse her. Might be a way to, sanctify the dignity of the Oval Office and not sully it with the
political machinations.
The crassness of political machinations. That's how Democrats think. That is very Democrat brain. So now you're going to see a contest between those who are advocating for an open convention, such as Nancy Pelosi, such as myself, rarely agree with Nancy Pelosi, but and those who say, look, it's too chaotic, it's too toxic, it's too late. What we need to do now is just rally behind Kamala Harris and just ride to the general election.
So here's the Joe Biden tweet in which he endorses Kamala Harris.
We're in uncharted territory, folks. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I guess we're about to find out. I know that's what I'm talking about now. The links in the chat. Joe Biden's out. He is still your president, however, but he is out of the presidential race. And it's just going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out. It's going to be interesting to see. But Joe Biden is out of the presidential race, so we don't even know who Trump's opponent is going to be. Yeah, we live in some interesting time. This is going to be a heck of a. This is going to be one heck of an election cycle. That's for damn sure. But for those of you just coming in, like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show. Joe Biden is out of the presidential race. He is still your president, but he is out of the presidential race, and just gonna have to see what happens, man. We live in some interesting times, and you can't make this stuff up. Joe Biden is out of the race. But let's finish this video while I'm thinking about it.
He says, my fellow Democrats, I've decided not to accept the nomination to focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this. So we'll see whether the strength of Joe Biden's endorsement of Kamala is enough to completely quiet those like Pelosi, who reportedly behind the scenes had been pushing for an open convention process. I suspect that many of the donors also are interested in that open convention process.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being that, I mean, if you look at the polling, one of the weakest candidates to run against Trump, not named Joe Biden, is Kamala Harris, at least according to the polling today. Now, listen, none of that is set in stone. She may be sort of, I think, underappreciated at the moment, given the fact that she just hasn't been in the public spotlight that much. You could see a bump just based on the fact, oh my God, she's not 1,000 years old and she can string 3 sentences together. This is incredible. But if you're just going by the data at this point, you would look at her compared to a Gretchen Whitmer, a Pete Buttigieg, a Gavin Newsom, Andy Beshear, a Josh Shapiro, a Roy Cooper, the list goes on, and say, if you're just concerned with defeating Donald Trump, any one of these other candidates is likely to be in a stronger position. The other thing with regards to Kamala Harris, I mean, there are a few things to mention here. Obviously, it goes without saying that her defenders will say that it is outrageous to shove aside the first female woman vice president, black woman vice president.
Whatever.
They will also say voters in the primary, which, you know, let's put aside the fact there really wasn't a primary, but they voted for Biden Harris. So she has more Democratic legitimacy. This is the case that they would make for why she should be the presumptive nominee. So there's that. There's also the fact that she's been in the public eye. So perhaps she's better vetted than other potential candidates who could be a wild card. On the flip side of all of that, Ryan, you know, she also, we know her weaknesses, we know the negatives, and we also know based on polling that the people who are most closely associated with the Biden administration really have a weight around their neck at this point, especially because of the sense of betrayal of this administration and the level of cover-up that they perpetrated on the American public vis-a-vis his health concerns.
And I think the argument that she's been vetted is one of the flimsiest, and that she's been, you know, a national figure. It's true that she was vetted during the 2019-2020 campaign, and she absolutely withered under the heat of it. So it's not like she was vetted and then succeeded in even making it to Iowa. Like, she dropped out before Iowa because once national attention was on her, she crumbled. She was then picked by Biden, not, as he says, because he thinks she'd be a great president, but because that's what he wanted to add to the ticket for electoral purposes. Mm-hmm. There hasn't been a whole lot of focus on her, you know, during the Biden-Harris administration. To the extent it was about her comment, "Do not come," about immigration, or, you know, her effort to do.
Yeah, she wouldn't know about that. Let me shut up.
Voting rights. She kept getting handed these really impossible tasks, which is often what presidents do. That's what Obama did to Joe Biden. The most scrutiny she got was over her massive staff turmoil. Now, journalistically, if Kamala Harris does win, it could be delightful for reporters because, you know, the vice president's office has been toxic and chaotic and filled with leaks. Less so in the last, 6 months or so, but for most of the Biden administration, her office was just a disaster. Just with people rotating in and out constantly and then leaving.
Okay, we're going to get off of that for now because that's a long ass video, about 20 minutes. What's going on, Al? What are your thoughts? AL, you there? AL. Bueller?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that. I'm just flabbergasted, totally flabbergasted. They have literally said and told this old man at this point, "You got to go." And
Yep.
I thought Joe Biden was at least gonna have more fight about handling this. I mean, he's just about to let the DNC walk all over his presidency, his legacy, and everything. Why? Because they believe he's demented and has pre-onset dementia in Alzheimer's. That's them. And he's allowing them to get away with it by putting on these shows of incompetency. One minute you can sit down with somebody and talk like you have good common sense, you can function, but then the minute when they put you up on the stage, you can't get it together.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, look who you handing the keys to. Cheeto's got to run roughshod over this bitch. She has no articulable, debatable skills, bro. In a minute, one tough question comes up in her past. Let's talk about her old boyfriend, the Mel from San Francisco. She's gonna go moms up.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna start rolling them eyes and acting like this is too much for her, like she did last time. And that's it. I'm just gonna take this one scene like that in the debate and landslide Republicans. Period. But I digress.
Yeah, we're about to find out. And I don't feel sorry for the Democrats. I hate to break it to the vote blue no matter who that might be listening. I don't feel sorry for y'all. Y'all brought this on yourselves. You can't
feel sorry for him, AB. No. This is the same party that said, if you don't vote for Biden, you ain't black.
So I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. Y'all shoved Joe Biden down our throats, and now you don't have Joe. Now you don't even have Joe Biden to shove down our throats. But now you're gonna try to shove an incompetent AKA down our throats. Okay.
Queen B incompetency.
I know. Them some of them so-called AKAs are doing jumping jacks now. But what's your y'all think you have enough power to shame the country into voting for an incompetent female?
You mean to tell me they happy they back to that what they fellow sister is to get her ass slaughtered on national TV and in public? Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's like sending a lamb slaughter to the wolves.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. Harris 2024.
Yeah, whatever. Harris the who? And who the hell? I know she's not articulate enough and charismatic enough to get Al. And I say it like that, Al man, let alone black man, Al man to be her running mate. Ain't no man finna come play second fiddle to you as a VP. Look at the look that it'll create. That's not good optics. Not good. So what she's gonna have to do is get her another woman to run next to her to make the slaughter totally and irrevocably complete.
It's funny you mentioned that, AL, because I've been seeing some TikToks. Some people are suggesting the horror Hillary Clinton.
No. Hillary got too much self-esteem to go out. I don't like this no more than you do with the rest of the country. But I am certain that she's got too much self-esteem and too much integrity and too much intestinal fortitude to let herself be the second fiddle when you know she wanted the number one spot. Oh, no. And whoever whichever political pundit on whichever one of them networks decided to throw that up on the wall and hope it would stick, better pray Hillary don't come around with a cuss out session for them. Because, man, that's an insult. You talk about a woman who had
yeah, you kind of broke it out a little bit.
Well, reservation she had in her head she wanted to be the first female president, and you go ask her to play second fiddle to come out. Please.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I just know it ain't my problem.
Yeah, it's definitely not no problem.
I don't have to go vote for her. You know, you brought the.
This is not a man problem at this point. This is not an American male problem. This is a problem we gonna let them suffer with their insufferable selves all by themselves. They gonna go down this election in history as the first female dual combination. If they do decide to run together, then take that L like a man. And don't do no crying about it either. Just take that L.
Yeah. You got they made their bed now. Now they gotta lie at. Oh, by the way, I'll show it in a minute. Got a new intro for the Colosseum.
You gonna put out some sneak previews or what? Or no?
Actually, I've already played it, but I'm just gonna play it again. What you think? Yeah, you can unmute now. So what y'all think of what y'all think of the new intro in the chat?
It was okay. It was okay. It was okay. It was okay. Could add a little bit more drums or something up in there. Made it sound a little bit more, menacing, like you're going to the Colosseum for real. But other than that, I didn't mind it. Change your pace. Just some constructive criticism. Don't take it personally.
Yeah, I need to re-edit that track probably.
Yeah, I mean, all the pictures in the background, whatnot, that's dope. I like all that. Just on your own personal time, rapping one of the other buddies up in here, who good at putting some background beats together. Some, you can do it your damn self. You don't really need them or whatnot. Just, make it seem.
That beat is mine. I'll put that together.
Yeah. Make you know what? When we were in the Colosseum last night, I didn't say a word, but I literally was thinking back to the earlier days of the Colosseum and how, it wasn't divisive, but I miss the days of true iron sharpening iron. Where all right, you would get dudes up there who I'm coming to debate you. I'm coming to challenge you. I'm coming to
Mm-hmm.
ask questions that challenge your train of thought. Period. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. The more agreeable panels on Saturday night, yeah, that's a breath of fresh air. But I miss the conflict. I miss the days when we had conflict on Saturday nights. I miss. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just me.
Good on, James.
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man? We're not shocked, but I can tell you a lot of them Democrats is crying,
Oh yeah.
scared, in the corner, looking
Oh
over their
yeah.
shoulder.
And little B, James, and our response is, and we don't care. This is a you problem, DNC. This is a straight up you problem. Y'all created this. Y'all made this. This is y'all monster. Lay in the bed with the monster and cuddle up. Because you going to have to deal with these 4 years of nightmares you brought upon yourself.
Yeah.
Lying,
True.
passing the buck, gaslighting, period, point blank.
By the way, I got 17 watches. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show.
You know
And
what's
if you
funny?
think about it, if he would have just came clean with Ukraine in the beginning and said what he really wanted to do about Ukraine, and then let the American public tell him how they felt about it, he would have had a way to walk away from it. But no, he didn't do that shit. He didn't do. He just kept sinking dollar after dollar after dollar in a dead end war.
Look,
Everybody that probably knew Ukraine was not going to be able to beat Russia,
look,
former USSR. Period, point blank. You wouldn't.
Big Al,
Even Ukraine knew this shit. But then you got Zelensky running over here every 2 weeks, every 3 months. Please give me some more money.
you
Please
know,
give me some more money.
Big
And this
Al,
dumbass kept feeding them the money.
Big Al.
Yeah.
Zelensky to me reminds me of a baby mama in the projects. Always needs some money.
Huh.
Always needs some money.
Yeah,
We ain't
true.
got no food, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you
That's
what
you.
I'm.
Oh,
Yeah, I got alarm in the back. Please forgive me. To me, this really shows not only how cowardice the Democratic Party is, because as much as I've never seen this, and I said this on AB's shows in the past. I have never seen a political party self-destruct, especially in front of the world where most of the world is liberal, and to see it on this magnitude to the point where this changed the think about it. Trump gets in, he does his 4 years, he is going to make sure the next 50, 60, 70 years is going to be conservative. Because you remember, what's his name is about to be out, Clarence, and a couple others. So they're down this thing back. And you would think strategically the Democrats would have been a lot smarter. And I'll say this on this note. I'm gonna say this point. I'm laughing at the ones that were like Roland Martin that were 10 toes down.
B B
Oh yeah, beat. Yep.
B.
I seen him I think it was 2 nights ago talking about you better vote for Biden no matter what. And look what Massa
Oh,
did.
oh, James, I actually have a little response to vote blue no matter who like him. It's real simple. Warning: if your vote blue no matter who, your butt is about to hurt. Nobody is going to kiss the Democrat Party's ass for you. If you don't like it, you can always go kick rocks.
That's a good commercial right there, AB, right there.
Big
That's real.
facts, brother. Big facts. Even my Democratic friends who are trying to disrespect me and blah, I don't know politics. I just sit there, I'm just looking at them. I say, yeah,
Hmm.
that's what happens when you don't cut that check, huh? You see what happens, right? You just want to be a face. You think you know what's really going on. And now look at him. Old man turned his threw the white flag on the most embarrassing way. And
Yep.
like we've been saying, the gaslight and the lying. And then to have him, this is why I didn't understand why they would go to this extreme and then turn their back. That just says how cowardice they are.
Yeah. Oh crap! It looks like Van Jones cried again. Apparently he's on CNN equivalent right now. What's going on, Jesse? Oh Lord.
Joe's crying on TV. Oh, you got AB. If you could share that live for the world to see.
Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find this shit. Let
Oh,
me.
I gotta sit here, because all the MAGA, they about to turn up at the inauguration.
Yeah, let's see.
Big Al, they're gonna be fireworks, barbecues.
Hell yeah. Why not? Hey Craig, you there?
Yeah, I'm playing this EA college football game.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. And you wanted to know what happened next. What happens next is that they have to, I think, distribute Biden's delegates. So they'll still have
Yeah,
their
and
convention,
like
and
it or
then
not,
they'll
Kamala's probably the best way to do that.
yeah, and she's already there. She's gonna get the nomination, and she has a choice of 4 people that will help her. With Cooper out of North Carolina, of course, Gavin Newsom, Andy Bashir out of Kentucky, and then Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. So that Shapiro being picked will flip Pennsylvania back to her and whoever the VP is. Their problem is simply going to be Michigan and Wisconsin. Because again, if they win
Okay.
Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, they they get elected again. So it'd be close. It'll be like 272 to 268 or something like that. Yeah, that's what happens next. And their thing is in 2 weeks. So their little thing is in 2 weeks. So she got to get out there. She got to pick quick. Got to pick right. But either one of those guys, except maybe for Newsom, helps her, and they'll say Cooper helps her in North Carolina. They only lost Biden and Harris lost North Carolina by less than 1%, or maybe a little more than 1%. So can they flip some voters there? That's why they're spending so much money there to open up multiple offices in North Carolina and she will go down to Georgia. That could move Georgia back from lean Trump to true toss up. And but yeah, Arizona, Nevada, they're gone. those 2 states are gone. So she does give them a shot in the arm. Don't know how, if it's going to be a short term placebo effect or she's got long term play. So it's gonna, like you said, it's going to be interesting.
Well, Biggie, let's keep it 100, man. With the, how can I say this? The publicity of Miss Harris and the fact that the many Democrats, especially being on the East Coast, Massachusetts alone, Democrats do not like to fold or do not like to be publicly embarrassed. And one of the things I could say this, especially after speaking to DC, especially with those donors, the racist division within the Democratic Party, even though they're going to try to play like they're going to get with her. I don't think the money's really in the supports really going to go full force. And maybe you can
we're going to find out, because the donors, their major donor, were already shifting away from Biden.
Yeah,
they wanted Harris, but they were already pulling their money back. So this has to wait. How'd it go?
We're about to have a little fun here because this came across my wire last night after I got done with the Colosseum. Apparently, well, before I put fair use up, apparently, where's fuck it. Apparently, this knucklehead, roly poly, thought he was he had the bright idea to go on Pierce Morgan's show, and naturally he made a ass of himself. So let's take a look.
Oh, amen.
Wait a minute, make sure I got the right one. I think it's this one. It is.
State of affairs in the Democratic Party. I don't believe, by the way, the Democratic Party is real anymore. I believe they're Marxists, socialists, and communists who have no problem taking out their political opponents by bankrupting them, throwing them in jail, or even killing them.
Okay.
And Roland, you can laugh, but the president of the United States of America got shot, and for you to laugh, I think it's sad and it's bullshit.
All right. Well, let me bring in Roland Martin, who was laughing there. Why were you laughing there, Roland?
What's total bullshit, Ben. And I'm laughing because you just sat here with this whole, we need to step back, we need to watch what we say. And then it's like, oh, they're Marxists and they're communists. That's what I was laughing at, because that was insane. You said what the president needs to do, he did.
Three questions.
No, Ben.
No, I'm going to back it up.
I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish.
All right, Ben, let him respond first.
I'm going to finish. I had to sit here and listen to an insane, ridiculous, nonsensical discussion for 40 minutes. It's back and forth, it's back and forth, it's back and forth. Nothing about policy, nothing about what's actually happening, but the back and forth. Here's the reality. President Biden came out shortly after the assassination attempt and spoke to the nation. He spoke to the nation in the Oval Office. He's addressed this in an interview with Lester Holt. The reality is nobody, I don't care who you are, should be pleased with the assassination attempt on any American politician, whether it was Donald Trump, whether it was Gabby Giffords, whether it was Reagan or Ford or any other president. I don't care who you are. So all this back and forth is just dumb. Now, are there political differences? Are they ideological differences? Can we have that actual debate? Yes. Can we do that? But what is ridiculous is when it's, oh, let's take a pause, and it's like, yeah, they're Marxists and then they're communists. That, Ben, is complete nonsense.
But let me ask you, Roland. All right, let me ask you. Right, hang on, Ben. Roland,
Sure.
let me ask you the question that, look, there was a lot of back and forth with Mehdi, because I believe that Mehdi constantly was deflecting from wanting to accept that anyone on the left has ever done or said inflammatory, incendiary things. When obviously they have. Do you believe it is unhelpful to public discourse in America that people keep calling Trump the new Hitler?
That does not compute. B does not compute.
People call him Trump and Hitler. Republicans did. It was unhelpful. What's unhelpful is when we do not have policy conversations. That is unhelpful.
But why can't you just answer that question? Why is it so hard to answer?
When we go racist and non-racist,
Hang on, Ben.
you don't actually talk
Translation: B does not compute.
talk about what the actual issue is. That to me is silly. And then when you spend 40 minutes on just that one question versus what are the
But you won't answer it either. This question can be answered very quickly and we move on.
I answered it.
What
I answered it.
Do you believe?
Now,
hang on, Roland. What was your? I missed it. What was your answer?
How did you miss it?
Should people call Trump the new Hitler? Yes or no?
People shouldn't call Trump the new Hitler.
Okay.
If he quote Hitler, quote him.
Okay. Good. So he's not the new Hitler. It's wrong to do that. It's inflammatory and wrong. Yeah.
Do I believe he's dangerous? Yes.
No, that's not the question.
No. See, again, Pierce.
It's not the question.
No, Pierce. This is
It should be very straightforward.
No, Pierce. You asked
Roland,
a question.
is he the new Hitler?
Roland, you can't move the fucking goalpost, Roland. You can't do that. Answer the fucking question,
People
dude.
should stop calling him Hitler.
Okay. We're going to call him Trump. What's the next question, Pierce?
I'll come to the next question.
Translation: B does not compute. B, I'm used to kissing ass. B.
Now that you've answered, fine.
After about 50 minutes. Great.
Fine. Yeah, but you know what? If Mehdi Hassan had answered that question like you did, it would have taken. It would have taken 2 minutes.
It's a waste of a conversation.
Actually, it's not. I actually think one of the it's actually not, because the only way, because when a president of the
By the way, y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app, support the show, hit the super chat, support the show.
I'm not gonna lie. Roland actually did answer the question twice.
Okay.
He answered the question.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Who was president until
we can hear you. He answered the question twice. You're absolutely correct. The thing is, Pierce, this is a question Pierce can keep needling him on. Period, point blank. And Roland wants to answer the question and then just do like most black women do. Let's move this goalpost. Let's move this goalpost. No, let's stay on this question. This is a serious question because this is all the Dems have been doing since his first 4-year run.
Yeah, that's true. I have seen a lot of Hitler pictures with Trump in it over the last 8 years. That's true.
But 3.5 years ago, who may well be president again come November, when he is nearly assassinated, and it is widely accepted by everyone.
By a registered Republican who has a video out that openly says he doesn't like Trump or the Republicans.
Yeah.
Let's just get the facts here.
In American public discourse, that the rhetoric used on both sides now for a long period of time has got completely out of hand, and we don't know, but may well have played a part in influencing someone to try and put a bullet in his brain. I think it's a legitimate debate.
We have no idea what the motive was.
No.
We have no idea. None of this. Literally, none of this. We're making assumptions, and what I'm saying is that's nuts.
Okay, but do you accept, finally, before I move on to the other two panelists, finally, Roland, do you accept that it's actually legitimate to say that everyone should dial down the rhetoric?
It is legitimate for people to have policy discussions.
Not another point out of you. I want to see you fill up the stat sheet.
When people
you got 61 points. Fill up the rest of your stat sheet. Do other basketball shit. You talking to me about
Jim Lawson when it comes to the issue of nonviolence.
Let me bring in Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you've been down at the RNC convention. It's been extraordinarily united. I mean, I think that the obvious repercussions of this, you have a very fractured Democrat Party who can't work out what to do.
Yeah. Yourself, you're talking to somebody. Okay.
Do about Joe Biden and are very split on that. But the Republicans now seem to have all rallied right behind Donald Trump. And there's a real spirit of unity there. I mean, do you believe that this is going to propel Trump back to the White House?
I certainly do. I heard you in the last segment as well say that you think Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. I've thought that for quite some time now, and I think this weekend solidified that. I did not want this weekend to happen. I didn't want to get anything close to what we saw, but I think after what we saw this weekend, what we saw at the debate a few weeks ago, what we've seen in the polls, what we've seen with the approval ratings for this administration, I think it is pretty obvious right now that Donald Trump will most likely be the next president of the United States. This party is very united. Like you said, we've had a great few days here in Milwaukee. That's going to continue on through his speech tomorrow. I think he is even
if Obama goes to him and says, "Hey, Joe."
No, I understand all that. But who do you want that to? Who do you want the nominee to be?
No, I'm not. See, didn't the board take Biden off? You pick anybody other. One of the dumbest things in the through this year.
Okay, this is a long ass interview. This is like over an hour long. So this section right here, they're talking about who they're going to replace Biden. It looks like it's going to be Kamala Harris.
And that is this here. For the last 20 days, the attacks on Joe Biden have not come from the right. They've actually come from his own party.
Yes,
true.
And so one of the dumbest things in the world. Now, we saw Donald Trump lie constantly in that debate on June 27th. What you did not see was Republicans talking about all of his lies. They totally ignored it. So what you have, with all of that, you still have a very tight race. The fundamental problem for Democrats is this, and folks don't want to deal with this. You have Dem power brokers who've been trying to get Kamala Harris off the ticket for 3 years. They don't want her to leave the ticket. So the 2028 battle is happening right now. Here's the problem, though. If you pick anyone other, if you take Biden off, you pick anybody other than Harris, You can't transfer the money. You can't transfer the 1,000 campaign workers. You can't transfer the 100 field offices. How do you build a national campaign on the fly in a matter of weeks?
But don't you think, Roland, the party machine,
You made
the
good
super
points
PAC
there.
money can be
Yeah,
transferred,
that's true.
right?
Yeah,
do you not think,
he's not wrong.
Do you not
No,
think
no,
the
no,
machinery could get behind another candidate?
No, super PAC, remember, super PACs are not supposed to coordinate with campaigns, even though we know they do. So they can't do that. So you have to have a campaign apparatus. So the Democrats' greater problem is they're killing their own plan A. Listen, when Disney was trying to get rid of Bob Chapek, Disney didn't, the board.
What were you saying?
Homie's face, he's smiling to the
Disney didn't go,
Oh, okay.
hey, let's get rid of Bob and don't have a plan B. Get Iger already lined up. You cannot move on plan A unless a plan B in place.
All right, but so Roland, plan A, plan B, whatever. Who do you want to be the Democrat nominee to come up against Trump?
If you persuade Biden to step aside, the only logical person from a money and infrastructure standpoint.
No, I hear you.
Is the vice
but who do you want who do you want the nominee to be?
No, I'm not. See, again, I don't deal in this Disney-fied world.
Translation, B, I just kissed the Democrat Party's ass no matter who it is. B.
I deal in reality. The only person from a money standpoint and an infrastructure
I get you. So would you rather it be okay? So would you personally rather it be Joe Biden or Kamala Harris?
Biden has to decide. See,
well, what do you think?
If Biden, listen,
what
Biden
do you think, Roland?
Hey, Piers, Biden has made it clear he's running. Unless Obama goes to him and says, "Hey, Joe."
No, I understand all that, but I'm very curious why somebody who's been one of the most opinionated human beings I've ever known in my life, and which is a good thing. But why can't you just answer a straight question? Which one do you prefer?
Piers, I've been making the phone calls. I'm looking at the reality of this.
I know,
this is not.
Would you rather it be Biden or Harris? Who do you think has a better chance of winning?
I'm telling you right now. You missed what I just told you. Listen to me clearly, Piers. If they move Biden, they're taking out Harris, and that will be completely detrimental.
Why are they taking out Harris? I don't understand.
Because they haven't wanted her anyway. They went to Biden in the last couple of years to get him to drop.
Okay, but look, putting aside all of this, who do you personally, Roland Martin, who would you like to see take on Trump with the best chance of winning? Just give me a name.
The best chance you actually have of winning right now is Biden-Harris because of money and infrastructure.
All right.
B, I just know how to. All I know how to do is kiss the Democrat Party's ass. B.
Why did it take that long to answer a simple question?
Yeah. B.
Like,
God, got dementia now.
Because when I was listening, this was like, because all I thought was B. Does not confuse B. I'm just used to kissing ass. B.
Fair enough. I got there in the end. All right.
The entire party into complete disarray.
But I can tell you, you're already in complete disarray, and Joe Biden cannot beat Donald Trump. And actually, what happened last weekend, all that did was cement that. There's no chance.
There was no massive.
The Democratic Party is
not.
Let me bring in Jake for a final word on this. Jake, look, it's a fascinating debate. I think a lot of Democrats, like Roland, are actually feeling quite tortured at the moment because it's an incredibly difficult situation. I think if they were able to get rid of Joe Biden and bring in and parachute in a very dynamic younger candidate who wasn't Kamala Harris, most of them would want to do that. And the repercussions, as I've discussed for you and your issue, are going to be enormous.
Give me a name. Who?
Me, I think Gavin Newsom would be your best bet. Honestly, I do.
I don't understand the aversion to Kamala Harris if the policy between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is exactly the same. So for people,
well, she's very unpopular, and she's deemed to have been a spectacular failure
because she's a woman. The last time a woman ran for president, she got 3 million more votes.
No, let me be clear about something. Nobody dislikes Kamala Harris because she's woman or because she allegedly claims she's black. We dislike Kamala Harris because she's incompetent. Just setting the record straight.
Votes than the other guy, and that other guy was Donald Trump. If people are nervous about Kamala Harris because she's African American, the last time we ran an African American president, he got 5 million votes, 5 million more votes than the other guy. So I don't understand the freak out about Kamala Harris. To me, I'm indifferent. If Joe Biden's the nominee, I'm voting for him. If Kamala Harris is the nominee, I'm voting for her. I'm a single issue voter, and as long as Donald Trump favors dictators and authoritarians around the world, I'm going to oppose him.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, but how come the white boy can answer, but the black man can't?
Well, simply
Man, it's
he
something
is dependent on that apparatus. So whoever they choose, he didn't want to be somebody said, "Well, I want this person, that person not get it, and then Roland not get no money." So AB was right. He's being a little facetious about him just kissing up. He didn't want to say, "I want," like Pierce Morgan had said, "Well, Gavin Newsom." And as soon as he said that, Roland Martin started laughing. At the end of the day, you just had a black female delegate on Stephen A's show that said if Biden were to step down and they didn't pick Harris, that black women would destroy the party. They said they would be done with the party.
And I've heard that multiple times. That
okay.
So
So you look at it,
they'll destroy that party if they don't pick Kamala Harris. So
and I'm just gonna say here what nobody else has the balls to say. This is what you wanted. All of these feminists against you. Now this is your chance to take them out. You beat Harris. You push everything back. That's what this is now. That's why I chose the Ultron avatar, because in Age of Ultron, before they fought, he said, "This is what I've always wanted. All of you against all of me." And that's what's about to happen. If Harris gets the delegates, and she will, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to go up against that entire machine. And yes, they're going to be coming for the men because, again, white men, white single men, white married women, and black men are the key three electorates in this vote. In this cycle, this will change. This will change in 28. But in this cycle, they're going to come in, like BGS said to everybody. He said to everybody, "You're not ready for the mainstream." And now they're coming. They are coming. So you better get ready. And I mean get ready to a sharp point, to a cutlass razor knife, because they're coming. And this was what I was telling people, AB. Hey, they choose Harris, and I think even BGS was saying that she's very asymmetrical. She will hurt Donald Trump in a debate. Whether that moves the needle or not, I don't know. But Trump knew this was coming. That's why when he was in that golf cart, AB, he literally said he's getting out. He's getting out. He's dropping out. He said that 2.5 weeks ago. You just had them about 4 or 5 days ago saying J.D. Vance will not debate Kamala Harris because she needs to choose a running mate. So that's true. They foresaw this. They are getting ready. But that apparatus. I mean, Roland Martin was right about the money, and
he was right about the money.
Yeah, he was right about the money.
It's going to be very hard to change all that money around based on how they've done it. Yeah,
you can't. So again, her 4 choices. Even Christie, who's a Republican, he literally said she would have 2 choices, and he said Bashir out of Kentucky or Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. Now I added 4 names. I said Newsom and Cooper. Cooper's out of North Carolina, so that would be a moderate Democrat that could possibly help them pick up a state if they lose Georgia, which I think they are. They need to pick up those votes, and I think North Carolina has 15. I think they're 15 or 18. So that would help. Yeah, that would help them. It will move. There's a chance it will move again. Georgia back from lean Trump to true toss-up. It's a possibility it moves Pennsylvania from lean Trump back to, if she chooses Shapiro, because he's a very popular governor, it could move that needle back. So then they would concentrate on Wisconsin and Michigan. Michigan, they're in trouble because the Muslim community up there does not like their administration doing what they're doing to the Palestinians.
Yeah,
but Kamala Harris's husband, I believe, is Jewish, so that's not going to stop. And when Trump said he's going to unleash Israel, he won't care what they do. They have a right to defend themselves. So they would have trouble there. And then in Wisconsin, AB, white, rural, working class males aren't going to be receptive to Harris. But Shapiro or Andy Beshear in Kentucky or Cooper out of North Carolina, they may listen to them because they're fairly moderate. Andy Beshear is a Democrat. He's my governor. He destroyed the Trump candidate. The candidate Trump endorsed. That he wiped them out. He even lost his own damn home county. So he lost Jefferson County. He's from Louisville. How you lose your own county? He got wiped out. They called that election at 9:40 p.m. Our polls closed at 8. That's how bad it was. So, but yeah, you can hear, and I'm hearing this by different. I was watching, I think it was LFR. I've listened to Black Conservative. They all have spoken. You can hear the uneasiness they got with Harris because she's very asymmetrical. I think the Democrats are going to lose. It's just a tough cycle. So that is the problem. All Trump has to do is do nothing stupid. Same with JD Vance. Just don't do anything stupid. You'll win the election. But
pretty much, yeah.
But this is what the men have wanted. This moment has been coming. You want your conservative asses up against their liberal asses, and that's it. That's what you got. Knock down, drag out for the next 100 days. Do you have what it takes to stand in there? Because they're coming. They're going to be doing all kind of things, all kind of guilt, shaming. You just heard Joy Reid calling black men white adjacent. They're going to try everything. It's coming. So you better get ready. It's going to start tomorrow. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day, right?
They've already started.
Yeah, tomorrow at noon. At noon is when it starts to come. So you better be ready. And it cannot be the wishy-washy bullshit. You have to be sharp. You have to stand on the policies that if you want to back Trump and Vance, be prepared to defend the policies. Tell what you like about it, and then leave it there. Don't get caught up in anything else. Just keep it policy. I do agree with Roland Martin when he said people just need to talk about the policies, whether you like Trump's policies or not, whether you like Harris and Biden's policies, whatever, and you don't. You should be able to distinguish that, have a quick conversation, and then move off of it. That's it. That's it. That's where you need to stand. Do not get pulled. They're going to try to pull you in different directions.
When it comes to foreign policy, it's not even close. I prefer Trump. This crap that they're doing over in Ukraine and the Gaza Strip, no.
Well, that's the question I was gonna have for you, because if we're gonna talk about policies, man, these last 4 years, I don't even know how you can defend it through policy, because everything's went completely right compared to what they initiated.
Yeah,
well,
so let me say
they
that
have a lot of the same
I am
policies.
surprised that Biden is stepping down. I'm not completely shocked, but I mean, it could have went either way. Well, that also leaves the question, it seems like they're forcing him to step down mainly because of his competency and the optics of how he looked during that debate. So what I would say is, I think Kamala Harris, like Roland Martin said, Kamala Harris is the best choice for the reason in terms of the finances and the political apparatus that they already have, and they don't really have that much time till the election. So that's probably the best pivot. I kind of think that they already know they're probably going to lose this presidential election. And so I think something else he said I agree with was, 2028 pretty much Battleground, but yeah, man, it's an interesting. I wonder who she's going to pick for VP. That's something.
I've heard rumors that they're looking at putting her and Hillary together. I'll believe that when I see it, but I'm like, okay. And I'm not just hearing this from one person. I'm hearing it from multiple people. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Well,
okay.
as somebody who actually follows politics, Hillary will not deliver one state. She has to try to pick a moderate governor or possibly a senator to help be able to go talk to the rural working white men. That's why I gave you the 4 examples I did. But Bashir is not going to be able to deliver Kentucky, but he will be able to counter JD Vance. He will. And JD Vance got married here in Kentucky. So, but at the end of it, she in essence has 4 choices. And I told you who they were. Now she could go with a senator or a congressman, but those governors I named, besides Newsom, are moderate. And that's what she has to do to balance the ticket. The other 3 governors actually can go. 2 of the 4 can actually help deliver states. And that's what she has to look at. And she could, like I said, she could put Georgia back on the map as far as moving it from being tilt Trump to now back towards tilt blue. So we have to just wait and see how that happens. But you won't really know. And like this is what I've said, what I said at the beginning of the summer, AB. Probably mid to late August when you start getting those polls right around football season is kind of where things are going to end up. So that's exactly where you are. So when they kick off in the NFL regular season, so to speak, right around that time, that poll that comes out is probably where things are going to be. But I can see that like I said with Roland Martin, he wants to be at the forefront of whoever. He wants his show to be mainstream. He don't like the fact that Tariq Nasheed has a bigger platform. He doesn't like the fact that Jason Black is making fun of him. He doesn't like that. So so he wants to be part of the mainstream Democratic apparatus.
I have a question for the panel.
Election guy, what would you say do you think will be the I know it's kind of a little bit out from the election and everything, but what would you say would be the key battleground states to look out for in this next?
It's the same ones we just had.
Yeah.
Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan.
Yes,
those are your battleground states. Those are your battleground. The problem is that the difference in this electorate is that Harris and whoever she picks will be playing defense, whereas before they had those states by a point or two, which it's not. That's a lot, but it's not a lot when you look at it. But they were able to pick up Georgia. They were able to pick up Arizona, and they held on. And they held on in Nevada. Now, as of right now, if the election were today, Trump would win Georgia and Arizona. So they have to go somewhere to pick up a state to offset those 2 losses. So that's why I said North Carolina. I said this the other day. They've opened up field offices in North Carolina to do exactly that. They need 1 point. They have to flip roughly 750,000.
You don't think Trump will pick up Wisconsin?
As of right now, yes.
You don't think Trump will pick up Wisconsin as well?
That's what I was about to ask.
Possibly. But henceforth, why I said Cooper and or Shapiro out of those same kind of areas.
You still have a few months, and anything could happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Does it look like he's going to pick up?
I would say that.
But can Shapiro?
I would say that it's very ironic that the Biden administration and the neocons attempted to cause a coup in Russia by putting that pressure on that Russian economy and trying to get the Russian people to turn against Putin. And now you have a coup with the Biden administration where the Democrats have literally forced Biden to step down, even though he's the sitting president.
Well, it's not forced because, again, it's part of the Constitution. That's the truth. I mean, I see this is something that when Joy Reid had that ridiculous rant on her porch, she said somebody should have primaried him if you didn't want him. She's right. That's in the Constitution. Now, there are going to be hardline Democrats that say, well, he was forced out and I don't want to fully support Harris. Yeah, you're going to have that corner of the Democratic Party. So now how big is it? We don't know. Roland Martin's right. They did go to Biden and say, look, Kamala Harris is very unpopular. I mean, these were stories a couple years ago that they were looking to replace her. But now it's she's in the catbird seat. And again, she's got a week and a half to choose a VP. So she got work to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My question to the panel is, do you really think white boys in America, middle class, country boys, are really going to support this Democratic Party after taking this
No,
type of ass
No,
whooping. Like, I'm just
no,
being like,
no,
this is me from the ground,
some of
not
the
from the
feminist women,
intellectual
Mike,
side.
but
no,
Like,
yeah,
I'm talking about we're talking about fully functioning males, 25 to 45,
no,
who are hardcore
no.
Democrats. And this is why I said earlier, I have never seen a political party dismantle itself, basically throw the white flag with on top of all the rich, all the craziness they put on the Republican and Trump party, the
hmm
MAGA party, and then to throw the white flag. What if as
yeah.
this is
I
like,
I just don't see a majority of
yeah,
males
that
supporting the Democrat Party.
yeah, no one supports.
Even my brother Rodney, who was no Trump fan, it's like hell no. You're like yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like you're a superhero, but you like taking an ass whooping. Ain't no
Well,
in that corner.
understand that 10 to 12% of the electorate decides the election.
Is
Can
that
can
electrician?
can she flip some of those independents who are moderates back? Can she? That's what you're going to find out. They're number one. They have two cards. One is abortion, which is extremely it's unpopular, but the Republican Party itself is a little more moderate nationally than a lot of these hardcore people are. So can they flip those women? Maybe, but that's what you're going to see after the will independence break back. But again, you still choose a white working class male, which Shapiro is, which Cooper is, to go talk to those white men in those districts. Again, if it's at 13%, then they're going to if they're at 13%, going to vote for Trump. Can you get them down to 11%? That's kind of the way you have to look at it. You just need a few levers to be turned. It's probably not, like I said, it's a tough electorate for Democrats. But as far as a party self-destructing, go back to 2008 when Obama and the Democrats wiped out the Republicans, and the Republicans had to start over. They had to start over. Even John Boehner said, quote, "We're dog food right now," end quote. So, but they went back and they rebuilt, and that's what the Democrats are going to have to do. It's not hard to do, but they have to start in the states. That's
true.
I can say this in the construction world, in skilled trades. I'm in the state of Michigan. I'm in Detroit, and I can tell you, in skilled trades, the majority, whether it be in construction, whether it be in the auto industry, the bulk and the majority of skilled tradesmen, which is still somewhat predominantly white, they're all voting Trump. They're if it doesn't matter where you at, what plant or what job site, the bulk of the construction skilled trades people that I know that who are white are voting for Donald Trump. They're voting for Donald Trump, and the things that they keep bringing up. And I don't have any children, but the things that they keep bringing up is, I hate the fact that certain ideologies were pumped, were shoved to my children about, gay relationships and whatnot. And so they're very angry about this. If you recall back here sometime where somebody was mentioning about in Dearborn, they were very upset with the Biden, with Biden, how they were treating, how the situation was going on with Palestine and Israel. There's also another issue, the same issue I just mentioned, which was, allowing certain books to be in the children that had to be used as part of the syllabus, course syllabus in these classes, which were gay books. There was just a crop of Arab American men. Notice I said men who went to the Dearborn Public School Board and says, "We're not having this. We're not taking this." So,
shout out to
and
them.
I'm just giving.
They got much respect for me for that.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
and they said, "No, we ain't having this goofy crap." But go ahead, continue.
No, what I was going to say was I talked to the one guy who was my former supervisor, who is Lebanese American, who does live in Dearborn, and we had a conversation about that. And he says, "Look, we wasn't having that. We just look." He was basically saying, "Live your life the way you want to live it, but you're not going to force it on our children." Okay?
Right.
So again, in the state of Michigan, I truly believe this is really going to be a purple state. This is going to be a purple state. How it weighs out, I couldn't tell you that. I don't have a political crystal ball, but from the grumblings that I've been hearing since 2006, well, I should say 2020, is that they're really fed up with a lot of the policies that Democrats allowed to be implemented into the school systems, and they're really upset about that. And then the one other thing, and I'm gonna hit on mute, and then I'm gonna fall back a little bit, is that when you start hearing white women saying, I can't remember her name, saying that, oh, how Donald Trump is much of a hero, he's a hero, he's strong.
Ooh, yeah. If they get the majority
That's
of
a
white
wrap,
women
bro.
saying it, it's over. It's over.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
If white women break,
before you
yeah,
go on mute, brother, since you're from Michigan, what are your thoughts on Gretchen Whitmer? Because I keep hearing her name being brought up as far as possible candidates.
Well, the thing about it with Gretchen, what I didn't like about Gretchen is that the one thing is that, first of all, I hate our I hate who she has running our who is the number one prosecutor in here in the state of Michigan.
Okay.
I don't like her, Dana. What's her other? I can't think of her name. But besides that, it was the abortion issue that, for me, I don't give a damn what people do. I just don't want my money to be a part of that. I don't want my money, my tax dollars, to be a part of the foolishness. Or again, like the men in Dearborn, I don't want my tax dollars to be used to indoctrinate children that, hey, well, if normal heterosexual relationships don't, may not be on your thing. Here, try, look at this, indulge yourself into this. And I didn't like that. And with Gretchen, to be honest with you, man, look, if Kamala, if she decided to get, let's say she called Gretchen on this, it's an onslaught. I just truly believe it would be bad. It'd be bad for the Democratic Party. It really would.
Yeah, I think it's going to be bad no matter who she chooses. But I agree. It's just could she make that? Can she make it a little more interesting depending on who she picks? Yes, it is a tough electorate for the Democrats this cycle. That will change in 2028. I'm trying to tell people that. Just this cycle, the three main groups are aligned against their ideology.
If it doesn't, they got that boy. If it don't change after this cycle, man, I don't even know. I don't know what to tell them. They don't change after this cycle. But I wanted to ask them because I keep hearing. I don't know much about Gretchen Whitmer to really say anything on her. So I wanted to hear from my brother from Michigan.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't really agree. I mean, she's hiked up taxes here. And I've gotten so disgusted with the policy, the Michigan policy here. It literally has turned me off.
Okay.
Despite all the geopolitics, some of the geopolitics I've heard BGS mentioned, which I have read, and I understand where he comes from. It literally, this thing has turned me off. It also, in the state, you have to remember too, a lot of brothers got bullied. A lot of brothers got bullied into voting for her.
Yeah,
a lot of brothers got bullied.
Talking about Gretchen Whitmore? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
Gretchen
again,
Whitmer.
Yeah, and again, bro, I can feel you. Henceforth, why I said earlier, if you thought that was bad and that was a state party trying to push, wait till the national party starts to push. Henceforth, why I said, you need to you need to be willing to stand on the policies and to say, here's what I like, here's what I don't like, and move on, move off of it. Do not get caught
your brothers got to remember. Your brothers got to remember. There were some guys who just, some of these guys were just convicted about attempting to try to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. They just had that here. That just went on 2, 3 years, 4 years ago.
2020 election, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So that ought to tell you the resentment of her being here. That ought to really say something about that. So, and like I said,
it's like when you have a Coca-Cola and it's tightly sealed and you shake the sumbitch up for 2 minutes. And then
but to that brother's point, I feel their pain because I was bullied into voting for Hillary Clinton. And to this day, I can't get yes.
How the hell did that happen?
You better fall. I was like told you better fall in line. Yada yada yada. And
now that's interesting that you said that because in the state of Michigan, she didn't get nothing here.
Oh man.
Yeah, she lost Michigan. I held my nose and voted, and I to this day I can't get that stench out of my nose. and when Biden came, and when they screwed over Bernie again for Biden, I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm voting for Trump.
Well, Bernie was not going to win.
Like, no, I did that once. I ain't do it. Never again.
Yeah, well, Bernie wasn't going to win. He was not going to win.
I know he's a socialist. He was not going to win. So,
but yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. You gotta get your policy nose ready because those women are coming. They're coming.
Sure
if it's admitted, and everybody knows their guilt and shaming tactics. And that's why on The View they were trying to shame Governor Christie into saying I'm going to vote for Biden. Yeah, they were literally trying to shame him, trying to overtalk him, and he was like, "Look, what you say in policy." He just stood down on policy, right?
That's the one about Christie. That's not the kind of dude I would come at like that.
No, but they were
you come at like that. He is not going to change his mind. To his credit, he's not voting for Trump or Biden or whoever's going to be the nominee now. But yeah, he's like, I ain't gonna roll up on that dude try to change his mind.
Yeah, and it was a basic shame and guilt. But what if? So again, if for the men, I'm not speaking for this panel, but the men who want to put the feminists in their spot, your election's coming up. So that's what this is about. That's why I chose an Ultron thing when he told the Avengers, this is what I wanted anyway. All of you against all of me. And that's what you're about to get. All these women, 50.7% of the electorate against the men who are at the 49.3%, give or take. How is this now going to go? So you got three groups that will decide it, and it's a sprint. If this is the Kentucky Derby, I'll use that because it's in my backyard. We're in the home stretch. Now Kamala's got to go, Vice President Harris has got to go pick out somebody, articulate the policies that she wants, what she wants differently from Biden, what she's going to keep in place, and then what her future is going to be. That's it. That's her job going forward, and then everything else. And Trump's got to do the same thing. Trump just can't come out and say, I'm against this, and this. So he's got to come out and say, here's what we're going to do. J.D. Vance is one of the guys that J.D. Vance wants to end no-fault divorce.
Yep.
So he's one of those guys. So that I know guys that are just they're not voting for Trump. They're voting for J.D. Vance. That is happen to have to vote for Trump. So I mean, I know guys that have told me that. Like, yeah, I'm done. I'm tired of no-fault divorce. So, but that was signed in, AB, you noticed, by a Republican named Ronald Reagan. Rest in peace.
Reagan.
So,
Yep.
So again, that's it just was. So you have to wait and see. You can just say it could be simply if a woman asks you and who is liberal or who you're going to vote for, you say Trump. Why? Because I like J.D. Vance's policy on getting rid of no-fault divorce. That's it. Walk away. Because that's a policy. That's a policy. And you just leave it.
Feminists are already trying to push back on why y'all want to get rid of no-fault divorce.
The answer is to that?
Yeah.
You know, the answer is because you women hate patriarchy and paying you half of my assets as part of a patriarchal system.
Exactly.
You do your own job. That's it. That's all you say to them. You either are going to be for the patriarchy or against it. This whole a la carte, I'll take this, and this. Like SWP says, they want men to keep the responsibility, but they don't like the power dynamic. So they want men to do it without having any power over them. Not understanding the only reason why men are doing it is to control it. That's the problem, is the power dynamic. But that's all you say. You make that policy distinction and you move on. You know, that's it. You move on. Like that when AB, you had that show when Trump went to Detroit and he was at that black church and he just flat said, I like the black man was like, look, I like his policies. That's it. He didn't have to defend nothing else. I'm standing, they trying to change him, and he's like, no, I like his policies. That's it. It's not personal. It's business.
I personally think what you just mentioned about the no-fault divorce, I think that policy right there has a shock and awe kind of reaction to it, if you will.
I played it the other day. Let me go find that little clip of Roly Poly complaining about that.
That's a shock and awe to the feminists. That would definitely be a shock and awe to feminists and modern women in the United States to implement that policy again. Because what
here's
happened?
the thing: we either get rid of it, or your society's going to go to shit. And I'm not just
It's
talking
already
about the
going to
United
shit.
States.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not just talking about the United States. This is a worldwide problem. That's why you got guys like Richard Reeves coming out with books like Boys and Men and stuff. This is a problem.
Correct. And I think that policy right there is that's the policy that, like I said, it's kind of like if they win and that policy gets implemented, it's going to be like when Dan Rathers got on when George Bush started the first invasion of Iraq. You notice the term that he used was shock and awe when all the bombs are dropping. And I believe that one particular policy would have the same kind of result, because what it does is what the brother just said. It shifts it over from just you can leave on a whim of your feelings or whatever. Now you just can't simply leave, just cut out and leave because you're feeling this way. Now of course we all know that, abuse and things like that. Yes, we need to have provisions for people to, both men and women to, get out of those abusive situations. However, but they're again, not just leave because you don't, your feelings or whatever. Yeah, I think that right there, yeah, that's gonna be a haymaker.
Yeah, they'll still be able to leave, but it's going to be fought. Now, if my wife walks in and I just go upside her head with an iron, and then she calls the cops, and the cops come take pictures of her, go to the hospital, the physician at the hospital say, "Oh no, this was a blunt force trauma," then I'm at fault. But you're right; she's not going to be able to walk in and say, "You know what? I know I made a promise in front of God and witnesses and with a minister, but I just want to go find myself." Like Tia Mowry said, "I'm in my whole phase." You can still do that. You can still do that, but you're not going to get any alimony. You're not going to get any child support. You're just going to get free. You'll be done, and they will become the non-custodial parent, and they would have to pay child support.
Jim, let me play this real quick.
Very much anti-women. He cannot stay in no-fault divorce. Even said that if women were in an abusive marriage, they should have stayed for the kids. This is a godsend for Democrats because
abusive marriage for who though?
Because this is the kind of person who could help them drive their female numbers up.
Absolutely. I think this is fascinating. Of course, J.D. Vance has been slithering towards Trump ever since he said all those things in the Lincoln Project ad.
J.D. Vance, very much anti-women. He cannot stay in no-fault divorce. Even said
that's a positive, Roland, but they're not listening to guys like me or us. I got 27 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the Cash App. Support the show. Hit the Super Chat. Support the show. Got a little quiet there.
Oh, well, no. I mean, they can still get a divorce. As a man, you can still walk in and say, I'm leaving, but then
I'm sure
it becomes your fault.
They're gonna adjust the law in a way. You can still get a divorce, but you just can't get a divorce and take half of a man's stuff and stuff like that.
You're not gonna be able to do that anymore. And again, if that's part of the patriarchy, like I said, they want patriarchy a la carte. They want to be able to, have it. They want all the benefits of it and none of the responsibilities of it. So, and that's all J.D. Vance is talking about. I disagree if he did say you should stay if you're getting abused. So that I did. That's for either
side. And that's for either side.
Yeah. But I think overall, everybody's gonna that to me this makes sense. Nobody's gonna keep you locked and chained in somewhere you don't want to be, but you're not gonna be able to take half. And then if you make less than your wife, you can still leave her, but you're not gonna get nothing. And you'll be the non-custodial parent. You may have to pay child support as a non-custodial.
You might get some women on it. All you got to do is get Mary J. Blige on board because she's paying child support right now. Halle Berry too. Hell, you might.
That's true. She did. Yeah, said I can't believe I have to pay money monthly to a white man to call me nigger.
Talk about fair play. Y'all wanted equality. Now you got it.
I agree. This is true equality. Now, and I think ultimately what has happened, and this is my opinion, AB, just read the tea leaves. When Biden performed horribly at that debate, I think they've been kind of making a soft pillow landing for him. and everybody's just been kind of saying the right stuff, you know. But I just think it reached a crescendo when George Clooney wrote that article,
Oh
and
yeah.
Christie, even Chris
Bye,
Christie
Obama.
said, yeah, even Christie said, "Hey, look, do you think that Clooney didn't check with Obama before that article came out? Because they call each other friggin' twice a week because they're friends." So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I still think Harris will lose. Do I think she can move some needles in some of the states?
Possibility,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. So but we won't know that till the end of August, which surprise is what I told you all in April. So that's pretty much it.
August is almost
I mean,
here.
that's why I
They gotta
think that's why I termed it that way of Biden being forced out, because you did have a lot of quote unquote anonymous sources, you know, leaking a lot of stuff to the media
They say he's
in
gonna drop
terms
out this
about wanting
weekend.
him out and stuff like that. So what I took that as is that, I mean, hell, look at what Nancy Pelosi said publicly. You know, you didn't really see any support of Biden these last couple of weeks. You actually seen some of the most powerful people pretty much going against Biden. So that's why I just said it's a coup. Pretty much. I mean, we know, just like you just said about Obama. I mean, we know Obama pretty much made Joe Biden so he could break him at the end of the day.
Oh, he also said, never underestimate Joe Biden's ability to fuck shit up. So, yeah, I guess we're finding out.
Yeah, and again, I disagree with it being a coup because it's constitutional to primary people, and you can have open conventions. It may not be the smartest thing to do, and I do.
Right.
I'll simply caveat this by saying the more established, older Democrats wanted Biden to stay. What it sounds like is the newer Democrats, if you want to call them that, progressives
Quote, unquote,
and
new
whatever.
Democrats. Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted him out. But again, they have to play a long game too. Kamala Harris is not going to win. So, you know, and they have to understand that Kamala Harris isn't going to win, and then they can go regroup in the states. But you have to kick the door down, so to speak, before you start changing. You know, you got to open the door before you start putting the furniture in the house. So that's where they're at right now. That's again, it's 08. It is 08 possibly, and it is 96 when Bill Clinton was running again. I believe it was Bill Clinton up against Bob Dole. Rest in peace, Bob Dole. The Republicans knew Dole wasn't going to win, and the Democrats know that Harris ain't going to win. So, but they're going to stick with her party discipline and end of it. And I like Biden in the sense that as a grown ass man going out on your terms, there ain't nothing better. Ain't nothing better. So,
yeah. What's going on, Louis?
Hey, what's going on?
Thanks for calling me because I was actually in the middle of an online church service when you called me. I was like, okay, but
yeah, you was on Mr. Z's panel, right?
For a brief second, but then I had gotten off because my church service had started. So,
oh, okay, yeah, like I was here at work when this shit broke, so I had called you and Bitter Truth, like get to it.
Oh, I got to it all right, but I don't know what the Democrats going to do. It looks like they might pick Kamala, but you know. And if they don't, it's gonna be one hell of a clusterfuck if they don't.
Well, I was listening to Codebreakers.
Okay, last long.
Codebreakers is on?
Oh yeah, Paradox and DC, and they made a valid point. Now, I just got in, so I don't know if y'all covered it or not. But this throws a monkey wrench into the Democrat Party right now. They're between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Now, because for the past 2 years, they've been forcing Biden to drop Kamala off as VP.
Yeah.
And now that he stepped down, she's the presumptive runner-up. So if they force her down, that's going to show the hypocrisy. And you know the racist, like, you know, you're going to see the pundits come out like, oh, look at this. The Democratic Party is being racist. You got a woman of color. Now, look, half Jamaican, half Indian. You got the Asian vote. the black vote, the progressive females, all that stuff right there. If you take this has the potential to be Bernie Sanders 2.0 now. What they did to Bernie at the convention.
Like, what did they do to Bernie? Because he lost. What did they do to him? They beat him.
Well, from my understanding, they had a couple of the oh God, what you call it with the delegates? They had them give those the what's the term? Because I'm not that well versed. Like when you do
and even though obviously Trump is a realtor and this stuff didn't start with Biden, this is the type of move. So really, at this point, me seeing Biden drop out has nothing to do with them winning the presidency. It has everything to do with them trying to stop basically a run on the table in state capitals. Remember, North Carolina has for damn near a veto-proof Republican majority. They only need a couple seats. And you can tell how comfortable they are with the fact they running a black dude is on a Republican ticket. So they don't need a lot. And they didn't outmaneuver Democrats either. This is one of these things where they are probably amazed that this fell in their hat. And the fact that a lot of them are quiet is them getting organized to run that table as hard as they think they can.
Well, Ed, just one other thing. You realize, like, when you're talking about, like, as far as, like, popularity and stuff, like, that contradicts polling. Like, the polling, like, Biden wouldn't have dropped out if he didn't think Kamala was at a better shot. Like, and polls reflect that. And as far as Trump goes, even
is that them right now live?
His favorability is still around.
That's
like, he didn't get a major like this idea that Trump is just like gonna have this big Reagan-esque type of win. I don't know where guys are getting that from.
It's not about just Kamala. I think you completely underestimate the anger at.
Let me state for the record, I don't see him getting a Reaganist type win. If it happens, it happens. But I won't hold my breath for that one.
That on like on a recent election, like polling data, like where is that coming from?
I'm basing that on a lot of the stuff that is continuing to come out. If you all want the polls, it's going to tell you.
Hold on, really. AB Media, bro, I don't have a problem with you, bro, but that's just foul to come in here and support your channel. We understand that you may have your own stream going on right now, man, but you just don't drop in on somebody else's channel and say, "Salute, brothers, I'm on my own stream now." Come on, man.
Yeah, I shared y'all.
Come on, man. I'm not. This is not about you, Ed. Like now, AB, I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You on the other side of this whole deal. You know what I mean? Salute to you, but just don't come in there doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you always
I'm
come
not
up.
on your side. I'm trying to hate. I'm just trying to listen.
Hey, DC.
No, what I'm saying is,
DC.
They're gonna look at
I'm
us.
just not on his side.
Hey, that's nasty work, AB. I want you to know that, bro.
DC,
What you did, that's foul, bro. That's foul.
I got a question for you,
that out to you, dog. I would never do you like that. Never. Go
DC,
ahead.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Got a question for you. Who wants to listen to a dude that don't comb his hair anyway?
Oh, come on.
Like,
Man.
what are
That's
you
what
doing?
I'm saying. Like, it's not personal.
I'll make it personal.
Wait a minute.
It's not. We
I have no
can't.
problem with
Give me
it
a
personal.
second. Y'all give me a second.
Because what happens. This is what happens.
Well, I'm just saying.
The problem I got is why we listening to people who ain't got shit, who ain't did shit, who won't comb their hair. Like, what are we doing in the manosphere?
Who the fuck is?
Why would we want to listen to a guy like that? That's the problem with this space. We're not serious men anymore. You got too many unserious motherfuckers, man, running streams and then come to somebody's chat room disrespecting. And
I was just trying to listen. I'm not even trying to disrespect him. I mean, shit. Man. Fuck. If that's how they feel, I'll just stop sharing. I mean, shit, I was sharing that straight. I was sharing them on my channel. Yeah, boy.
Well, what's going to happen over the next 100 days? You're going to separate the men from the boys. So that's the good thing.
I mean, I was sharing their shit. I mean, you know, it's not disrespect, especially if I'm sharing it.
I thought they took that the wrong way. So
you know what? I'm gonna keep sharing it, and y'all give me a second because I got a high speed internet connection now. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Oh, you get fiber?
Yeah, I got fiber.
Oh snap!
So I'm about to hop on that stream.
Okay.
You gonna call my nappy hair motherfucker? Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me share it again because I was sharing the stream. But you gonna yell at me? Okay. Okay, but all right. I mean, I'm sharing the stream, and I think that I don't always have to agree with people.
So whoever was the ones that could make the right decisions to pull them levers, that's when we start hearing Nancy Pelosi say stuff. As far as that's the first person that was important I heard that said he needed to drop out. Like, oh crap.
So hold on, Ed. So Ed, you saying they set Biden up?
No, they didn't
they
set
did.
Biden up.
No, they did. I'm saying that. Yeah, they did.
But his own team did that. That was their idea. They wanted to debate. His campaign.
He had to debate.
Right, they did. Yeah.
There's no way you're winning the press. Like, it's one thing, like how they talking about
Get him,
now.
Joe.
Like they won JD Vance. They didn't like JD Vance might not debate Harris. Okay, a VP thing is weird, but I get that. And there's no way he's gonna not face the American people and then not debate and thinking he gonna just
It's no way you win the debate with how the Democrats at the top of the party did not defend their candidate. There's no way you can win when you do that.
And even if they did set him up, my thing is, okay, cool. If you set him up, why didn't you basically get this done in the beginning of the year? Like, because you put everybody stuff. Like,
y'all give
you're
me
talking about Supreme Court justices alone.
You know what?
But here's
no, I'm gonna keep my
No, I was gonna say, Ed, the reason why
y'all
is,
just
like,
give me a
people
second
have,
because
because
I'm
there's
gonna get on
to
this
your
thing.
point of people being angry, like Biden has been cloistered off. Like, it has been very limited. Like, if you look at the number of press conferences he's done, it's way down. If you look at who has been allowed from the
Oh boy.
Hello? Did y'all Negroes go zero dark 30? Hello?
No, I'm back. I'm backstage.
Oh, okay.
I'm just responding. Y'all give me a minute. It takes them a while for me to. It takes Paradox a while for them to bring people up. Oh boy. John. Yes. Look. Still backstage.
Everything good?
Yeah, it looks like they ain't gonna let me up. I'm still backstage, but shit.
Who on whose stream?
DC stream. I need to respond to somebody since you want to talk shit. Somebody
What?
on this stream talking shit. So I'm doing both right now.
Oh. Well, I owe you an apology for earlier. I said something, and the next thing I know, my daughter's waking me up.
Okay.
I sat in this chair and I dozed off. So who said what, and whose ass am I gonna kick?
This bitch ass nigga named Jay Shine.
That sounds like a bitch ass nigga's name. What'd he say?
Want to call out my nappy hair that I'm incel and all that and all kinds of bullshit because
Wait, huh? Wait, whoa,
Yep.
whoa. I didn't get the right sound because I got a theme song playing in my ear that I'm gonna probably warm up with. Where's that sound I'm looking for?
Huh?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to mute up because if they do bring me on stage, yeah, they still got me backstage.
He called you a what?
Yeah. Y'all give me 1 second. Yeah, what that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, I've had enough. Ugh. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream down. I'd like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.
Yo, this is AB Media 83. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified the next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.